What's up, fanboys and fangirls? Welcome back to another episode of TV Talk for Watchmen. We're a little bit behind, but we're gonna catch up tonight.
Right now.
My name is Luke.
Right, meow?
And this is Mr. Tyler.
I am Mr. Tyler. To my right, the beautiful Brett Eitzen.
What's up, what's up?
That meow really threw me off.
All right, meow.
Did not know where to go after that. I could not remember Tyler's name. It's Tyler, right? Okay.
Sometime. Mr. Tyler.
Yeah, that's right.
It's
And
late.
Important
it's
distinction.
Late when we're
Mr.
recording this,
Tyler.
so we're
Yeah.
all a little delirious.
Yeah.
Hopefully, that's just more entertainment value.
even
for
more
anyone
tired
watching.
even more tired than usual.
Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. All I can think about is turkey.
Get in my belly.
Me?
I don't want to.
Yes.
It sounds gross.
I was talking to the turkeys, but
No. Are
You
they
were looking
alive?
at me.
Yeah. I guess you're a turkey.
Gobble gobble.
Anyways,
okay.
we are behind.
We're gonna quickly go
Yes.
over episodes 4 and 5.
Let's address that. Yeah.
We had a lot of preparation to do for our live Comic-Con show at Air Capital Comic-Con in Wichita. So we kind of fell behind with our TV Talk stuff, but we're going to catch up with episodes 4 and 5 and then go more into 6 tonight.
Yes.
The show we were talking about is Watchmen. Obviously, it's in the title and the books here. You probably know why you're here. Spoilers, so watch out for that. But quickly, episode 4, what do you guys think?
I thought episode 4 was the weakest of the season so far. That being said, it was still really good. I really enjoyed it. You kind of I think you learn a lot more about Adrian. And
We're starting to see some of the bigger players.
yeah,
who have
everything's
been
starting to
behind the
flesh
scenes,
out. Yeah.
Right? Between Adrian and Lady True.
Mm-hmm.
True? Yeah.
Who's the most behind the scenes character
Right.
so far.
Yeah. Like it is really it's almost a little bit of a weird reset.
Yeah.
Because we're halfway through the season and we're still introducing characters. It's not like this is a huge twist that's coming at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
These are people who are going to be important for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So something episode 4 made me realize is that episodes 1 through 3 were Act 1.
Yeah.
Episodes 4 through 6 are Act 2. Episodes 7 through 9 will be Act 3. And like episode 4, like you said, is kind of like a reset button.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, now we're moving into a different part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
A much different part of the story. And I thought that was really cool how evident that was.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys think of Lady True?
I like her.
Okay.
She's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Not knowing anything
Yeah.
from any of the comics, I think she's a really interesting character. Definitely still very mysterious.
Yeah.
And
She's very, very intriguing.
Yeah.
Especially, like, I don't remember if it was I think it was episode 4, or if it was 5, I don't know. But how she's like, I'm going to save the world. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh, I think that was.
That's 6.
Oh, that was in 6?
Yeah. At the end of 6.
Okay.
I'm going to save the world, and it starts right here in Tulsa.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm getting all of them confused, but I just really find her intriguing. I did not like her introduction. I just thought it was kind of poorly handled. I don't know. I thought it was lame.
With a baby?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know.
All
I was
right.
sitting there watching, thinking it. But she's like, I want to buy your land for you, but not for money. I'm going to give you a baby because you guys can't have a baby. I mean, yeah, that's great, but like, just say no. We'll take $1 billion since you're a trillionaire, and we can go adopt a baby. I don't know. I'm just.
It's not the same because it's not their baby. This is their baby.
True, but I know.
It's their
But-
genetic code.
Still, I'm just saying.
Not everything's about money, Luke.
It would be if some
What else
trillion.
Money over everything.
No, I didn't mind it all that much, but I guess maybe
That was just probably just me.
It just felt really weird. Because, like, your introduction is her offering someone a baby.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just a weird way to be introduced in anything.
Mhm.
However, this is a weird show. So
Yep.
Well, and the theme of babies and rebirth continued
Through that
when we
episode.
went back to Adrian with the creepiest scene in this episode for me, which was fishing babies out of a pond like a crab.
And then putting them in a little incubator thing that turns them into full-grown humans.
It's their it's like Captain America
Yeah.
microwave.
Mm-hmm.
Except they're not as beefy.
So what are these people? Do we know?
They gotta be clones of some kind, right?
I guess. I don't know. I just...
It's just weird.
I think he's a smart guy, and he figured out... I mean, he had his weird tiger in Watchmen. I think he just figured out how to make his little helpers so he doesn't have to be alone. Or maybe like the game warden gave him those helpers, and now he just keeps killing and replacing them.
Yeah.
Because he's an angry man.
He is. Yeah. When they get all... I think they're all dressed and whatnot, and they kind of walk through...
All the other
and
dead
all
ones.
of the other dead ones.
I had a bad night,
It's
is what he
just
says.
like, oh no.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want this job.
You don't get a choice. But we learn a lot more about Adrian's intent.
And his situation.
And his situation, which is he is not on Earth as we kind of previously had thought, and he is trying to escape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's out by Jupiter.
Yeah.
Or Saturn.
Looks like he's on Titan or something. I think it was Jupiter.
Some moon out in space.
Yeah.
Not our moon. But did not see... I thought that reveal was awesome.
Yeah.
The satellite flies by to save me, and I was like, oh, okay.
It's like ripping off limbs to spell out save me. I was like, oh my.
I thought that was super awesome.
Yeah.
I just love everything with Vite.
Oh yeah, that was the highlight of that episode.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Both, well, not 5, but for 4 definitely.
Yeah.
It was Vite stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else about 4?
The reveal, I guess, that William Reeves, first of all, he can walk, and he is working with Lady True.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't really... At that point, we didn't really know what the heck was going on with him still. But that was just kind of added to the intrigue of
I think I realized
who these people are.
Yeah. I think I realized he was working with her when they go there the first time and you see the big magnets being used to build the tower, and I was like, oh, okay, that's who helped him out. So
My alarm.
Is
Nice.
it
bedtime?
Yeah. It's bedtime.
Nice.
So yes, that was episode 4. Episode 5, Little Fear of Lightning.
My favorite episode this season.
I would agree.
I thought this was so good. Tim Blake Nelson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dude's incredible. It's a shame he doesn't do more. He's just so selective.
Yeah.
But man,
it was nice to see him, an episode focused on him.
Yes, and kind of learn who he is. And you learn, by proxy, you learn a lot about the 7th Cavalry and what they're actually, kind of what they're trying to do, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
This episode just made me trust nobody. I feel
Yep. Oh yeah. Well, we had all kind of talked about like who's the good guy,
who's the good guy, and who isn't a bad guy at this point.
Just
right?
Assume everyone's bad.
Yeah.
Maybe that makes me cynical. Maybe that's the point.
But I mean, you wouldn't be wrong.
Like every single faction or group or person seems to be committing some type of crime or have nefarious motivations of some kind.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's just it keeps me on the edge. It's like, I don't know who to trust. I don't like this, but I really do like it because it keeps me watching.
Yeah. One question that was raised for me through that episode, Senator Keene, was he the guy driving the truck in the first episode too?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. I wasn't sure because
he's not wearing his mask
at the beginning, right? But like we don't know who he is at that point either. So like if we were to go back,
that dude was at the house though that they shot up, and then he got away, didn't he? I don't remember episode 1 at this point anymore.
It just made me want to go back and watch to see if it's him.
Yeah,
because that would be interesting. That they kind of tipped you off right away, but you forget.
I don't think it was.
I don't think so either.
I kind of hope it was. Just let me be hopeful.
You can hope whatever you want, man.
I did.
The show doesn't give me much hope.
So we compliment Tim
Blake Nelson,
Mom, but Mom,
Mr. Pendowski,
Looking Glass. But acting across from him most of this episode is Renee, who I don't know who plays her. I suppose I could.
Is that his
figure
ex-wife?
No, that's the
No,
7th
oh,
Cavalry
the 7th Cavalry
chick.
Okay, yeah.
And I just wanted to compliment her on her performance.
Yeah, she did
She
good.
did a really good job and really made the whole episode real emotional and real believable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that the highlight scene in that I think is the squid scene.
Mm-hmm.
Where we
the
actually see
open.
the New York event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was wild. I did not expect to see that in this show.
Yeah. That was really awesome.
Yeah.
Especially since like in Snyder's movie it didn't go that route.
Mm-hmm.
So to actually see that squid to be a part of the storyline like in a media live action format, that was awesome.
It was very crazy.
I remember like watching it and it shows the tentacle. I was like, no way. Did they actually do this? And then it pops up and I was like, this is a TV show.
This isn't even a
This should not be
this isn't
happening.
even a movie.
I am so uncomfortable and happy right now. But no, it was really cool. That episode is my favorite. I'm excited to rewatch it.
Yeah. I did love the opening, but the part that made me just what? Like I was just like, no way, was when Mom
Yes,
you got me on that. Goes into the church or the warehouse church.
Oh, dude, that
and all of a
scene.
sudden, boom, basketball appears. I was like, what?
Right?
I was like, what is going on in here? And then they show the teleporter and then the video fight of him just being like, I'm going to save the world. And you kind of have to follow what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Just be like, oh my God.
He's laid out this blueprint.
Yeah.
And he's controlling everything.
Yeah. It's insane.
So it just makes me wonder the big conspiracy at play that Reeves is talking about. Is it Vites or is it just the racist police people?
Yeah.
Is it everyone?
Because that's where like the trust part comes in. Because like, yeah, these 7th Cavalry is trying to prove that Vite started this conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
But they're super racist cop killers. Yeah. That's horrible. It's like, oh, I don't know what to think. I don't like this. What are you doing to me?
You don't know who to root for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to root for the cactus with the bug in it, I guess. I like that little cactus.
The succulent.
Yeah.
No, the warehouse scene was really cool. Finding out that the church is actually like a movie set, I was like, oh man, that changes everything. Because like earlier in the episode, they're like, we got to find all these churches.
Yeah, they're searching.
Yeah, and then they check like it looked like an abandoned mall.
I think it was an old mall.
Is what it was, and they have like a movie set pretty much. It's like what?
I also really, really liked. We got an explanation for his mask.
Yeah.
That it's fake protection from fake squids.
It gives us a huge look into his character on how he is paranoid.
Oh yeah.
Right? And we see where that comes from, and I think it's it's kind of backed up by then like him and his alarm system, and I've tested this thing personally over 500 times.
Yeah.
You're only supposed to do those once every 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And then he also runs the AA meeting is what I keep calling it or referring to it as, but he like runs that and he kind of hides behind this idea that he isn't paranoid and that he doesn't deal with it.
Right.
But then you see like his alarm system at the end, even after he sees the video, he still
to get it.
He throws it away and then he's like, man,
I don't know if I can really trust those people.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think he kind of like that moment kind of captures like how we feel as an audience. It's like, holy cow, who do we trust? What am I supposed to trust? And like in the end, I think Looking Glass is just like, I just got to go with my gut and trust myself.
Kind of annoyed me though that it ended on the guys 7th Cavalry walking into his house with the guns. Credits. Next episode.
Oh yeah, nothing. To do with it.
It's just
Yep.
I mean, I imagine it will pick up in the next one.
They'll address it.
Yeah. Man, if he's dead, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, oh, dude, me too.
I'm quitting the show. No.
But no, episode 6.
Okay.
leading into that. That's a good
so
point.
episode 5 was my favorite episode. Episode 6 is my favorite episode this season so far.
Yeah.
I thought this episode was just so well made.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
With the black and white aesthetic, with the flashback. The cinematography was so good.
Yeah.
And then the dude who was playing Young Reeves.
So good.
I thought he was so awesome.
He was incredible.
Such a great performance.
One of the coolest things they did in this episode, when you talk about like just how it's well made, one of the coolest things they did is when Angela is going in and out of her like comatose state. Mostly like when Cal's reading the letter to her that he has written so that she can come out. The color of the screen starts to come back here and there, and then it kind of kicks out, and then it comes back, and I was just like, man, that is such an awesome attention to detail. That kind of lets you know like where she is without saying it. And I just think that this episode did a really good job of saying a lot without saying a ton, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They did a good job of letting the camera work tell the story as much as the dialogue did. And I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
But like one of the things I love about this episode was it kind of takes everything you've thought about Hooded Justice and it kind of confirms some things. There's always been kind of the rumor that it was a black guy disguising himself. At least that's one of the rumors that I've been hearing for the past couple weeks through the show starting. And then, but like in the first or second episode, you see that convenience store attack.
Oh, yeah.
But he jumps in through the window and saves everybody. That's not what happened. He was trying to stop Cyclops and he jumped out the window. But that's not what was reported. And I was just like, it totally just flipped really a lot what you think Hooded Justice really was. And I just loved that. I thought it was so awesome.
Another really cool like nod to that little documentary they did was with his makeup and how like his makeup made it look like he was white under the mask. And so that's why the documentary makes him out to be a white person. Yeah. And I just, it was really cool how they were like, because I always wondered like where does this documentary that they keep showing in every episode become, I guess, a part of the show? Because I mean, it's just kind of there,
right?
And then this episode really answers that question, like why that's being played, and it all goes back to reporting, which is also a very hot topic in current society. So,
but I don't know. I have some speculation and theory. So if you guys have any more things that you really liked about it,
yeah. So we learn a little bit more about the rioting, and also how the implications of that with Judd's hanging back at the end of the first episode.
Yeah,
I thought that was a very interesting tie-in to like, you know, how one group will use technology against a people, and then those people will use it differently, but you know, in retaliation.
I think one of my favorite things this episode did, and it's really small. It's actually not one of my favorite things, but I thought it was really cool. Is in our first episode of TV Talk, I talked about how the opening shot, like the Tulsa stuff at the beginning, was really like akin to like Superman. And they actually
that's where you got the idea.
They explicitly say it, and I was like, man, that's super cool.
Yep.
So I loved that.
Yep, that was awesome.
Yeah.
So my little speculation that I started thinking up was this organization he's hunting way back in the day in the 50s, Cyclops. They do the little eye thing, and then they have their little symbol, which is like a Cyclops eye.
Yep.
So in episode 5, they have the symbol of the squid on their wall, and it's one eye. The squid has one eye. So I'm sitting here thinking,
everyone,
is there some connection to that, or is that just
who's they have it?
The Seventh Cavalry.
Okay, yeah.
Like when Looking Glass, I almost called him Mom again, is breaking in there. He's walking through, and there's like this giant one red eye, and like when it shows the squid, it has one eye. Like in the comic, it has just one eye. It might be its beak. I don't know. But it's an eye.
Right.
Now we have Cyclops, one eye, and I'm just like, what is this deal with like one eye? So I don't know if I'm just like drawing too many connections into one, or if like that is something. So my speculation is that somehow it's all connected because it sounds fun.
It's definitely all connected.
This seems like that kind of a story, right?
Yeah, it is definitely. That
Everything
kind of
will come together.
The more connections, the more entertaining.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, just like all the technical stuff that they did in this episode just was blowing me away, especially like with how they'd switch out. I don't know the actor's name, but Reeves, and then they'd throw in
Regina King.
Regina King, and she'd just be acting, and I'd just be like,
Yeah,
what the heck?
And like her acting was just like his, which was what was more kind of mind blowing. I think one of the coolest ways they did it is when he's sitting there and they hold up the mirror, and in the mirror it's Regina King, but in the chair it's Reeves, and I was like, this is so just cool. Wild. Yeah. Dana was kind of in the room when that scene happened, and she's like, what is going on? And I'm like, no clue, but it's awesome. I'm here for it.
It was fun. I was watching it upstairs, and Stephanie came in. And it was kind of one of those scenes where they were physically, like, not like a reflection thing, but where they were physically both there, not at the same time. She's like, are they just like, is one of them just like ducking down out of frame? And the other one's, I'm like, probably. It's like, it's kind of cool how, you know.
I'd love to see behind the scenes. Oh, just like.
Because they're doing the and then they come up and they're in character.
Yeah.
And like, it's just a testament to, that acting in that kind of a shot, because they're not cheating it by cutting so many times. Sometimes they are, but there's a lot of times where that's seamless and just props all around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mad props.
I don't know if I can't think of anything else really.
This was 6 was interesting because it's such a contained.
Yeah. It's very. This is everything you need to know about this guy.
Yeah.
Kind of episode, which we kind of got that too with 5 to an extent.
But that kind of it
affected the bigger story,
right?
Yeah.
I think the one last thing,
go for it.
The one last thing I would mention is Angela ending up with Lady True, and we don't really know how she got there and what's going on. That has pretty big implications.
Well, and especially since when she took that, she was with Blake, the FBI agent, who seems to not. I mean, I can't place her at this point. I can't figure her out.
I just want to know.
She's like the one person I do trust. I feel like, just with her history and kind of her disdain for vigilantes now, as she used to be one, and like she went through all the stuff in the Watchmen book, and then her mom was part of the Minutemen, where like that Hooded Justice was in. So it's like she kind of knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
That would kind of suck if she turns out to be the big bad, I guess. She won't, but
no.
I don't think she will, but I don't think it would surprise me if she was. If she was in on it, it wouldn't surprise me. She knows a lot. And it can't just
I think she's just smart. I think she's got like just because she's been to this, she can she's like, oh, I know what you're trying to do here.
Yeah.
Now you people all want your power. Y'all think you're trying to save the world, but really you're not.
You're just making things worse.
Yeah.
One other thing, Hooded Justice started policemen in masks because he wore his police outfit with his mask. Thought that was interesting.
We also got to see a little bit that separation of Will and his family. At the end of this episode, we see his son, or Angela's father, Marcus, putting on the paint and, wanting to be like his dad. And that freaks both him, Will, and
the mom.
The mom freaks out. The mom says, we're going back to Tulsa. Will's like, I don't want to go back there.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, no, you're not.
You're staying here.
That wasn't the plan. So we get that break.
Mhm.
Were they in? I was trying to remember where they were at.
New York.
They were in New York?
Mhm.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was New York or New Jersey. Because the other, episode 5, the stuff with...
He's in Jersey.
He's in Jersey when the
Yeah.
squid thing happens, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
Last thing, what do we think of the mind control devices? Where do we think that comes back into play?
Oh my gosh, dude! I almost had my own little seizure. I was wondering what that like. They put those warnings up before stuff sometimes. Like,
Mhm.
okay, oh my gosh, that was like torture. Just
So they talk about it in the theater.
Mhm.
I'm just now piecing this together. So in the theater, they're like, we just got a flashing light, and then we all just started attacking each other. And then William uses the flashlight, and it strobes to Judd, and then he's like, you can hang yourself
So.
now.
Mhm.
And he does it. So obviously there's a way they can control people.
Mhm.
That just adds a whole different element. Because like it's funny because one group is trying to control by fear of this squid thing.
Mhm.
One group is controlling with this device, and one group's just trying to prove everybody wrong.
Mhm.
So that adds a whole nother element.
It'll be interesting to see if faction lines really get drawn here in kind of like what you're saying, the second act
Mhm.
of, if we have 1 through 3, 4, 5, 6,
Now 7, 8,
now
9 will
7,
be
8,
the
9,
end.
Are those faction lines going to get drawn here at the end of the season, or are we still going to be a little ambiguous
Going into the break.
as we go into the break, because this isn't a one season show.
No.
Mhm.
Which that answers our question
Yeah.
from the beginning. the,
Yeah.
the whole TV talk thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but very interesting movie forward. Cannot wait for more.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for Sunday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bring it on.
There hasn't been a show, and not even Game of Thrones would have made me not watch Sunday Night Football. But this show, I definitely tune in for.
Yep.
For the most part.
It's pretty awesome.
Yep.
Okay.
Good to-
Any other thoughts before we head out?
No.
I hope Lube Man comes back.
Yeah, I miss Lube Man.
Yeah, Lube Man. Brief.
Woo!
His cameo. Not enough. We need
He's
more.
hanging out with it. My brother has a theory that Lube Man is Detective Blake's partner,
Oh.
and
I like that.
he's spying on Angela.
Okay.
That's straight out of my younger brother's.
I'm with that theory. I like it.
that theory.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Holds water.
Yep.
And lube.
Both. Oh my
All right.
gosh.
I think we're good.
Until next week,
Yeah.
you can find us on Twitter and Instagram at WhatTheFanboy.
Yep. Find all of our links to our YouTubes and Spotify's and iTunes and all that good stuff at whatthefanboy.com.
And the merch.
And the
You
merch.
can find some merch.
Get a sexy podcast shirt.
Ooh.
Or mug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need
Yeah.
koozies.
Ooh.
Sorry.
We'll figure that out. Anyways, until next week, see you guys.
See ya.
Bye.